Hey, this is your daily time traveling newscaster. I'm Jacob, and this is Jeffrey.
Yes, hello. In recent news, Andrew Jackson has gotten elected president and has promised to make every single free white man vote.
Yes, our market revolution is changing all aspects of our market economy globally. For more information, let's take it to our time traveling newscaster in the present right now. The one and only Nathan Benson.
The market revolution was a time when Americans changed the ways in which they conducted business, especially the social interactions with the people they conducted business with. Also during this time, trade was made much easier through the formation of major ports like New Orleans, as well as the creation of the Erie Canal in 1825. Due to increased mobility and trade during the early 1800s, local farmers and tradesmen were given the opportunity to be a part of an international market. This new market-based economic system also meant that producers were no longer only selling their products to people they know, but possibly people in which they only knew through letter or telegraph. This long-distance exchange of goods removed the personal relationship in business interactions, causing many people during this time to be anxious of their buyer or seller. Another important aspect of the market revolution was that more and more people began working for wages in factories rather than being subsistence farmers. A negative impact of industrialization was that the workers were extremely less motivated to work in a factory where they were paid steady wages compared to working on a farm to feed their family. With this, even more anxiety sprung up between factory owners and factory workers. With newfound anxieties between buyer and seller, as well as factory owners and factory workers, a major way of quelling this stress was with religion. Religion taught people to not be a sinner, to work proficiently and purposely, be a productive member of society, and promote their moral compass. New business interactions caused a big part of society to promote religion in order to maintain business ethics. Back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Benton, for your insightful information on the market revolution. Now, in other news, the Federalist Party is dying off, just like Puritan beliefs, am I right?
Okay, so anyways, now Mark, our local historian, will be talking about rationalistic changes, including the introduction to millennialism in our Second Great Awakening, which is the belief that the Golden Age will occur on our earth before the final judgment.
Millennialism was the belief that the world was going to end with the second coming of Jesus. They predicted the end of the world as October 21st, 1844, but nothing happened, and that group continued on as a denomination known as Seventh-day Adventists. A response to rationalism was one of the factors that brought about the Second Great Awakening. It led to an emphasis on salvation and institutions, and it was generally based on Protestant teachings. The movement started as a reaction against human beliefs that had started throughout the Enlightenment and the American Revolution. Religious revivals focused on connecting with churches and other religious teachings. Puritan or Calvinist teachings were rejected by believers of more forgiving works, such as those in the Unitarian Church. This idea, known as revivalism, was to enroll members into evangelical denominations, which eventually led to new ones being formed. As a result, the church's theology became indistinguishable from ethics.
So, can you elaborate on that?
Oh yes, this secular rationalism was an extension of the First Great Awakening, but with a much more generalized explanation as American expanded more. The Second Great Awakening was also characterized by enthusiasm, emotion, and an appeal to the supernatural. Presbyterian preacher Charles G. Finney prompted thousands to publicly declare the revived faith and appeal to people's emotions and fears instead of their rational side. He explained how salvation was only achieved through faith alone and not through any means of obedience. As a result, the Second Great Awakening was caused by a contradiction of rational beliefs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Right now, people are trying to expand westward past the Mississippi. However, those gosh darn natives are stopping us from doing it. We need to end this right now. America first. Do something about this, Jackson.
Okay, thank you. So now we have a very special guest, Mitchell Jacobson.
Hello, I'm Mitchell.
So, Mitchell, how does greater social and geographical mobility lead to the Second Great Awakening?
Revivals and boot camps were key parts of the Second Great Awakening, in that in the boot camps, people sang and danced and were more together in the communities. And when it came to the revivals, thousands of people got converted to new denominations of Protestant religion.
So, Mitchell, how are things going on at home?
Not only did revivals convert many people, but it also gave women and African slaves opportunities to find their way and be more religiously equal in their communities and being able to participate through the evangelical church.
So, Mitchell, do you think global warming may be important in the future?
Bro, why would it be? It's freaking cold outside right now.
Dang, that is true.
Ultimately, the Second Great Awakening reintroduced the influence of the church and religion over the people and society.
Thank you, Mitchell. Overall, the Second Great Awakening was caused by greater opportunities for people to move up in social class. Camp meetings on the frontier allowed for more people to experience the Protestant religion. Pastors such as Timothy Dwight spreading the Protestant religion also, and revivalism caused renewed spiritual interest. Then democracy opened up to the common white male by Andrew Jackson, and rationalism, which expanded upon Protestant beliefs further and renewing interest in the religion.
That concludes our segment over the Second Great Awakening. Thank you for tuning in. This has been today's daily newscast. I'm Jeffrey.
Oh, and I'm Jacob.
Thank you.